Oh, I got a great rant video for you now. You're not going to believe this at the end of this video, okay? It's so good that I had to do it right away, not wait till tomorrow when it's light out. I'm doing it in the dark in my car right now where I am, because a half an hour ago, something happened that you're not going to believe. I just put up a video earlier today. Some of you have already seen it. Some of you already commented on it, where I talk about a mishap that happened with a doctor's appointment, okay? Even if you've seen it already, please rewatch this, because it's going to a whole new development happen at the last minute, and you're not going to believe it. But I have to recap the story again for those who don't know, and even for the sake of those who do know. Okay, this is now going to be the official video on this topic, all of it. Okay, back in December, I wound up getting food poisoning. Now, I wanted to see my regular doctor, who I've seen for 20 years, but I understand it was near Christmas time. He's booked. First of all, I believe that when you have something wrong with you, if you have a bad, fever or temperature, or you're vomiting, or maybe you have a stomach ache, or you're not yourself, you're really sick, you need to see the doctor now, either today or tomorrow. You need to get an appointment in a day or two. Of course, when I call my office, they tell me that the doctor doesn't have an appointment till January the 12th. They said that's the earliest appointment he's got, Friday, January 12th. So I made the appointment in December for January 12th, just feeling that in case I needed to see him for a checkup or anything, if I need to see him anyway, at least I have a standing appointment. I wanted to have that for the future. So I put it in the bank, January 12th, Friday. That's the date they gave me. That's the date that they said they only had, the soonest they had. Nothing sooner. All right. Today, by the way, now going into the future, is January the 12th as I make this video. You ain't going to believe this. So a few days ago, I get a courtesy call from the doctor's office while I'm sitting home telling me, we're just calling to confirm your appointment. And I said, well, I'm glad. Thank you very much, I said, for calling me, because I was just about to call you because I actually don't need that appointment anymore, and I want to cancel it in advance. So I usually do that, folks. I always make sure I cancel if I can't make it in advance. So, so I said, I'm going to cancel that appointment, okay? So they said, okay, we'll cancel it. I thought that was the end of it. It wasn't. The next day, I get another phone call while I'm home from the doctor's office. I don't know if it was the same woman or not, but the person tells me, yes, hello, I'm just calling to confirm your doctor's appointment on January the 12th. And I said, listen, you called me yesterday, or somebody did. I said, and I canceled it. And she says, oh, no, you canceled for January 11th. You had two appointments. You had one on the 11th and you had one on the 12th. So that's the one that was canceled yesterday was for the 11th. I said, listen, I've never had two appointments, okay? There never was two appointments. There never was a January 11th appointment. You're the people that told me that January 12th was the earliest day they had. I've only ever had a January 12th appointment. That's the one I canceled yesterday. I said, you know what? Forget it. I said, look, just cancel the 12th, and while you're at it, cancel the 11th, even though there never was an appointment made for the 11th. I said, cancel the 11th and the 12th. Just be done. Just make sure they cancel, please. She said, all right, sir. Sorry about that. Okay, so I thought I was good to go, right? And that was enough for me to make a rant video. I made my first rant video about that incident. Well, guess what? Today's January 12th, right? And at 6:45 at night, 6:45 p.m. at night at home, I get a third call from this place. The woman says to me, I'm just calling from the doctor's office to tell you that you missed your 11:30 appointment today. Believe it. And that I just want to know if you want to reschedule for another time. I said, listen, I can't believe this. I said, you're telling me that you didn't get the memo that it was canceled? She says, I'm looking here. She says, it was never wiped out. 2 phone calls, 2 days in a row, canceling this not once but twice, and they still didn't wipe it out? 2 people, 2 phone calls, 2 cancellations for the same damn appointment, and you're telling me you got no record of this? I couldn't believe my ears, and I said, well, you know something? I said, I'm not paying for this. I'll tell you right now. But you see, I'm saying, you know what? I'm really enraged right now, but when I talked to her, I said it nicer. I wasn't yelling at her. I said, listen, I know it's not your fault. This is what I said. I said, no, it's not your fault. I said, please, I don't mean to yell or get upset at you. I'm mad at the situation. I said, this was a different woman altogether. This third woman was, I could tell by her voice right away, was a totally different woman, uninvolved with the others too. I said, I don't know what you people are going to do to get your signals together or to stop being, incompetent or get your schedule working. This system is not working, whatever you have. And I said, and she said, don't worry, sir, I understand. She said, believe me, you will not be charged. I'll make sure you're not charged. That's going to be another video. Let's see if I get charged. That'll be another rant video when I get the bill. Okay? But she says I won't be charged. And I said, would you like to make another follow-up appointment? I said, I'll make a follow-up appointment, but not right now. I'll call back some other time when I'm ready. Thank you. Folks, I'm telling you, this is insane. It is incompetent. It is a matter of no communication. It is a lousy, faulty system. It is a lack of care. It's not good health care. It's a mess. It's the world we live in today. After my first video, one of the guys that comments sometimes on my videos, he leaves me his little snide comment, and I really don't, I'm going to paraphrase here. He says, Joe, he says, so they made a mistake. Big deal. Mistakes happen. You know what, Joe? If you can't handle this kind of thing, maybe you should just stay at home and never go out and see anybody. Problem solved. And I wrote back to him, and I'm telling you now, I said, first of all, this is not just one mistake. This is multiple mistakes. And it's not just today. It's yesterday, the day before that, the next week. I know a lot of you know I'm not lying, and a lot of you sympathize with me, empathize. You know that for some reason things have gotten worse now than they ever have before. And things for the last 10 or 15 years have been like this. And I told them this in the response comments. I said, this is not one mistake. This is multiple mistakes. It always happens. Service has gone out the door. Competence has gone out the door. Attention's gone out. Span's gone out. Everything's gone out the door. I said, then the last thing I commented on, I said, as in regards to your comment about maybe I should lock myself home and not go out to see anybody if I'm going to get so upset. I was home. Every one of these 3 phone calls, I was relaxing calmly at home, thank you, home alone and safe, and got these annoying, bothersome, idiotic phone calls. In my house, I got stressed. I didn't leave. I didn't go out into this stinking world today. Okay? Folks, it's over. It's been over. It's going to stay over. Rant over for today.